Hi, today we're going to be looking at exponents. And so exponents typically look like something like this, which is 2 to the third, where 2 is called the base and this 3 is called the exponent. And we would usually pronounce it as 2 to the 3 or 2 to the third power. And all this means is, let me write it out, 2 times 2 times 2. Can you see why? We wrote the base 2 3 times, the number of the exponent. So let's look at another example of an exponent and see how we can expand it. So let's take, say, 3 to the 5th power. Okay? So if expanded, it would look something like this. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And again, we wrote the base 5 times and we multiplied it. So whenever we have an exponent, you're going to rewrite the base however many times the exponent says. And 2 to the third, we wrote 2 3 times. And 3 to the 5th, we wrote 3 5 times. So let's solve it. So let's solve what is 3 to the 5th. So in order for us to solve it, we actually have to multiply and find out 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 equals 9. And times that by 3 gives us 27. And multiply that by 3 gives us 81. And when we finally multiply our fifth 3, 81 times 3, we'll get something like 243. And I already checked the answer on a calculator, but if you were doing this without a calculator, you would multiply it out and then you could check your work using a calculator. So we would rewrite this as 3 to the 5th is equal to 243. And that would be our answer to the exponent question. So let's look at these two new examples. So this first one says 4 to the third. So again, to figure out what 4 to the third is, we have to expand it. We have to write it out. So we'll do 4 times 4 times 4. We rewrite the base 4 3 times. So let's figure out what 4 times 4 times 4 is. So 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 times 4 gives us 64. So our answer to 4 to the third equals 64. So now let's look at the next example, 2 to the 5th. And just like all the examples before, we have to rewrite the base 2 5 times. So that would give us 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And so after we write out our problem, we can go ahead and multiply it out. So 2 times 2 equals 4, times 2 equals 8, times 2 equals 16, and times 2 equals 32. I'm not going to write it out because I don't have enough space, but you can easily check in a calculator to see if it's correct, and you'll find that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 5 times gives you 32. So our answer to 2 to the 5th would be 32. And just to show you two more examples of what exponents can look like when the base and the exponent are bigger. The first one, we have 10 to the 9th, and expanded it would be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, 9 times. And then the next example is 9 to the 6th, where you would have 9 multiplied 6 times. And so don't be scared whenever you see big numbers in the base or in the exponent. You know, as long as you know what the base is, you know what the exponent is, you have a pretty simple formula. So in 9 to the 6th, you're just going to rewrite 9 6 times. And 10 to the 9th, you're going to rewrite 10 9 times. And that's all it takes.